Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and please do not forget to like and subscribe, thank you. Sparkling heart, I could not ask for more. Kim Go-eun breaks down in tears as she publicly thanks her husband Lee Min-ho for his undying love, saying, "You are the answer to every silent prayer I've ever whispered." By Star Chronicles Korea, May 30th, 2025. In a world where love stories often end in tragedy and fairy tales rarely survive the flash of paparazzi cameras, there exists a romance so profound, so tender, and so real that it feels like the kind of story one only reads in cherished novels. The love shared between South Korea's beloved sweethearts, Kim Go-eun and Lee Min-ho, continues to unfold with the grace of poetry and the strength of a storm-weathered oak. At a private celebration marking the couple's upcoming second wedding anniversary, Kim Go-eun stood before her husband, Lee Min-ho, and in front of their dearest family and friends, poured out her soul in one of the most heartfelt and romantic public declarations of love the entertainment world has ever witnessed. Rose a confession that stopped time. "You are the answer to every silent prayer I've ever whispered." Under a canopy of twinkling fairy lights, in the soft embrace of dusk, with cherry blossoms fluttering in the evening breeze, Kim Go-eun stood by her husband's side, her hand gently trembling in his. Her eyes welled up with tears, tears not of sadness, but of immense gratitude, overflowing joy, and a love so vast it refused to be contained in silence any longer. Looking into Lee Min-ho's eyes, she spoke with a voice that wavered, yet held incredible strength. "I could not ask for more because you, Lee Min-ho, are the answer to every silent prayer I've ever whispered. You are the warmth I longed for in lonely nights, the peace I searched for in chaos. You didn't just walk into my life, you rebuilt it with your love." In that single moment, the atmosphere shifted. Guests fell silent. Even the wind seemed to pause in reverence. The weight of her words carried a depth no red carpet or award show could ever capture. It was pure. It was raw. It was real. Revolving hearts behind the cameras, the man who loved her when no one was watching. To the world, Lee Min-ho is a megastar, a leading man of drama and cinema, a global heartthrob with legions of fans across continents. But to Kim Go-eun, he is something else entirely. He's the man who brings me tea when I'm crying on the bathroom floor. He's the man who listens when I have no words, who reads the books I love just to understand me better, she once said. Friends close to the couple described their relationship as one built on the small, silent acts of love. The kind that isn't documented in glossy magazines but lives in shared meals, gentle kisses on sleepy foreheads, and laughter shared over the sound of rain on a rooftop. "He never asks me to be perfect," Go-eun confessed. "He simply asks me to be myself, and somehow, he loves that version of me even more." Dove, a safe place in an unforgiving world. Being in the spotlight is a double-edged sword. For all the glamour, there are wounds the world doesn't see. Kim Go-eun has spoken in the past about her battles with anxiety, pressure, and the isolating nature of fame. But in Lee Min-ho, she found her anchor. "When the world got too loud, he became my silence. When everything felt like it was falling apart, he reminded me that I was whole," she once said during an interview with Marie Claire Korea. Insiders recall a difficult period during the filming of Go-eun's critically acclaimed drama, The Letters We Left Behind, when she nearly withdrew due to stress and exhaustion. It was Lee Min-ho who flew across the country overnight, just to hold her hand and whisper, "We'll get through this. You're not alone." It is that kind of love, the kind that stands silently beside you, never asking for credit, that Kim Go-eun now says saved her. Ring their marriage, a quiet revolution in a loud world. Unlike many celebrity couples who lead whirlwind, headline-fueled romances, Go-eun and Min-ho have quietly crafted a marriage rooted in peace, mutual admiration, and emotional intimacy. They've made it clear, their love isn't about spectacle, it's about substance. They've turned down glamorous endorsements as a couple, refused to turn their wedding anniversary into a public event, and instead chosen to celebrate their union in the presence of nature, art, family, and simplicity. We don't need the world to know we're in love. Lee Min-ho once said. She knows. I know. That's all that matters. Cherry blossomed the night that rewrote romance. The anniversary celebration wasn't extravagant, but it was unforgettable. Held at a private villa overlooking the sea, decorated in soft pastel hues, classical music gently playing in the background, the evening was filled with candlelight, handwritten letters, and poetry read aloud. But the most unforgettable moment came when Kim Go-eun presented her gift. Not jewelry or designer watches, but a framed letter. A love letter. One that began with the words, "To the one who taught me that love doesn't shout, it whispers." That real strength isn't in holding tight, but in letting someone feel safe to fall. You are my ocean, my dawn, my forever. I could not ask for more. And as she finished reading it aloud, her voice quivering, tears cascading down her cheeks, Lee Min-ho stood, walked to her without a word, and kissed her forehead, a gesture so gentle and full of reverence, it made every guest's heart swell with emotion. Love letter fans around the world respond with overwhelming love. When news of Kim Go-eun's speech reached the public, social media exploded. Fans from all over the globe flooded the internet with messages of admiration, inspiration, and emotional tributes to the couple. Hashtags like #MinhoonForever, #I could not ask for more, and #K-drama couple in real life dominated platforms from Twitter to Instagram. A fan from the Philippines wrote, "This is the kind of love that poets try to describe and always fall short. They don't just love each other, they honor each other." Another fan tweeted, "In a world that's so loud, watching Lee Min-ho and Kim Go-eun love each other so quietly is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Sparkles a forever that feels like home." Sources close to the couple say they are planning to step back from major projects this year to focus on building their future together. They dream of a home surrounded by gardens, filled with music, books, laughter, and eventually, the sound of children. "He is not just the love of my life," Go-eun said in her speech. "He is the life in my love. He is the reason I smile in my sleep. The dream I never want to wake up from." Red Heart, final words that will live forever. The night ended with a gentle melody played on piano, composed by Lee Min-ho himself, an instrumental piece titled For Her. But even more unforgettable were Go-eun's final whispered words before the guests departed. "Thank you for loving me when I was unlovable, for holding me when I was afraid, for being my beginning, my middle, and every ending I'll ever have. I could not ask for more because I already have everything. I have you."